Hello, beautiful Seren Stars, and welcome to your reading today. We have two of your main cards here. I'm going to go over the very basic meaning of these cards, and then we're going to shuffle some cards together and probably take some charms, and we'll just see what messages we get through from Spirit. And I just want to say, as always, thank you for being here with us today on these readings. It truly is appreciated, and I also really appreciate my spirit team and all of the work that they do with us here. Okay, so the very basic meaning, and I don't believe I've pulled this card either at all in the readings online or for a very long time. Sort of similar looking cards, but I can't remember pulling this, on our readings here in the channel. So this is like diligence and stability and someone kind of steadfast and reliable and practical energy here. That's like the very basic meaning with this card, the Knight of Cups. And then I also pulled the Nine of Cups, and it's kind of similar. Knight of Cups, Nine of Cups, it's almost similar sounding, and obviously another cup card, and this is an abundance card, happiness and joy and contentment and fulfillment. That's like the very basic meaning of the card. So we'll come back to these two cards and I will tune in to see what messages I get. Oops. But let's shuffle some cards together and see what we get coming through. We have some sun here today, but it feels cold in the cottage I'm in. I think it's because it has such thick walls, and it's very peaceful at the moment, so hopefully it stays that way for these readings. So Spirit and the cards, what messages do we have for people across the globe today? If you are new to the channel, I want to thank you for joining us. If you're a regular, welcome back. Thank you for joining us too here today. And I'll turn those ones over as I go along, as you know, if you watch them regular. Okay, let's see what we get with these cards. These are two of my favourite packs. I just feel more in tune with these. So they have beautiful illustrations, pictures on the front. Okay, Spirit and the cards. What messages do you have for people across the entire world? We have people from all countries, which, as I always tell you, brings me a lot of happiness to see that there. I'm just going to go with that one there. Okay. Let's tune in and see what we get. I've got some other packs around if I feel that I think compared to some other readings, because I've followed other tarot readers online for years, I think that they may choose more cards, but it will take them longer, if that makes sense, to go through the information, everything. And I think where mine comes out quite fast and you get a lot of information but maybe less cards, because I was worrying, thinking, oh, I'm not pulling enough cards, but then I was shown, but you're giving lots of information, probably the same amount, if not more. So I'm happy with that. And hopefully you're happy with that too. Okay, let's get on with your first card. And I don't know why I'm seeing, it's like quite like a younger man here. And I don't know why I'm seeing overlaid over this card instead of, this golden cup. I'm seeing like a pint of cider. And you normally cider in England, I mean, you can get it from all regions, but normally sort of Somerset regions that this would come from. But it's giving me that summery festival celebration feeling, that like you're at a cider festival or a beer festival. This is quite specific. So for some of you, you may be attending some festival soon, I've got something planned, something coming up, but it's definitely this Yeah, this I see a man also standing there with a pint of cider, and he's quite casually standing there. So this could be you. You could be male, female, non-identifying. It doesn't really matter. They're showing me. It could be show. They could be showing me someone that you're going to be meeting. They give me all different examples, but with the same message. Because obviously, this is for many people across the world that we are doing this general reading for. What else can you show me? I'm just going to focus on the card a bit more. And they're giving me the word joy. So whatever this is surrounding. Um, is bringing lots of joy with this and like lightness. And this person feels like super chilled, you know, super relaxed and comfortable in their own skin. And they're just watching the world go by. And they're just, you know, I feel that they're probably quite the opposite. If it's not your energy, I think that they're quite the opposite to you. You know, you're like yin and yang. Cat energy and like Labrador energy, you know, the sort of that's the vibe that I'm getting here. I'm giving the word harmonious. So I definitely feel like, as we see with this man on the horse, they're kind of coming in to your life. You know, again, it could be the opposite. You could be a male and a female's coming into your life, or non-identifying. It doesn't matter. But this person's coming in with this chill energy. Okay. Oh, excuse me. I've got sniffles today. Sniffles. Yeah, and how he's riding that so casually, holding the drink, you know, and it's just, you know, it looks quite relaxed on his face, and he looks quite in a dilly daydream. He doesn't look concerned. But I'm seeing the words caught his eye, or they caught your eye. It's that kind of thing. So all of a sudden they're like, they've seen you, and then their interest is pricked, and they're probably still trying to remain chill, but they've noticed you most definitely. Okay, that's like what they're giving me in this scenario here. So it's very specific. So please tell me in the comments if you know you have just met someone, or you do meet someone at some festival or party, or you know, some kind of celebration who has this chill energy. It could also, they're bringing in like calming energy around a situation that may have been stressful for you. You know, it doesn't always have to be a specific person. It could be you've had trouble at work, or relationships, or moving home. You know, I always give all these examples in your life that it can touch on, where they're bringing in this calming, chill energy into your life. Is there anything else you can give me with this message? I'm being drawn in here, and I think they almost look like fish, don't they? Can you see that? Let's get you in a bit closer, and I'll look at the camera as well. They always look a bit like goldfish, so it's bringing in, you know, good things into your life, abundance into your life. In many cultures, you know, goldfish and fish is representing this plentifulness, and I'm seeing the word plentiful here. And his cup here is overflowing. You know, he brings a plenty. He brings lots of joy. He brings sort of calm energy. He brings I'm feeling like, you know, just what you needed. This energy is just what you needed here. I feel for a huge proportion of you. Yeah, it's been a stressful time, and many of us can relate to that. Okay, and it's not that they don't care about the world's events, or they're not a caring person, this person here, but they don't get affected in the same way as perhaps you or I may get affected, or a large proportion of us may be affected here. And we can see with the water around them, you know, just casually trotting through. And even the horse looks very chill and very calm and very relaxed. And I'm getting that feeling, that relaxed feeling. I'm seeing the word tranquil feeling here. Okay, I'm seeing the words dive deep. So I feel that they may on the surface level not seem very deep, but I feel that there's going to be a deep dive, you know, once you get to know them. You'll be seeing that there are many deeper levels to this person, or to this energy. Okay, what else can you give me? They're telling me to focus. So I'm just going to focus here on the card. I'm seeing my brother's name, and he definitely wasn't the most chill person in the world. So it could also be, for some of you, it's not in a romantic sense. It could also be, a relative around you that swoops in and comes in and brings that calming energy and has that calming effect on you, okay? Like a brother. Or it could be like when you call them my brother, someone who's just very, very close to you, okay, and has your best interests at heart, like a really strong friendship here. There could be also spirit side is also a possibility, but they're just bringing in this beautiful, calm and supportive energy there. I'm just going to focus some more on this card. Okay, move on to the next card. Right, so here we see all this abundance. Yeah, this is like the very feminine energy here, okay? And I did touch on the sort of the yin and yang. I'm just going to focus some more. Okay, I'm seeing this cider now, this cider. And this cider could represent also represent, I'm seeing the word wealth, and their giving nature. I feel this person and this energy is very giving, and I'm seeing this cider cup being poured into your cups here. I feel this is more you. Okay, again, male, female, non-identifying, doesn't matter, but they're pouring that up and they're filling your cups rather, and it's like overflowing. And I feel that maybe some of you haven't been in your feminine energy, in your kind of for some of you, if it is romantic, okay, you've not felt in that kind of trying to say it without sounding weird, sensual energy or fun energy, or light-hearted energy, okay? It's almost like she's looking up adoringly, at this person. Again, it doesn't have to be romantic, okay? You can adore family or friends, close relationships here, but I do feel for a large proportion of you is going to be this romantic energy coming in, and it feels like, yeah, no, we've obviously got summertime, and everything's blooming, and we have all the fruits growing, and it just feels like I'm feeling the energy of it. But again, I don't want to make it sound creepy. So if you've been quite dormant in love and romance, I'll definitely see there's going to be this overflowing abundance of good times with this person and with this energy that's coming in here to your reading. And like the flowers and the fruits blooming, it's like you are opening up, okay? This could also tap into opening up to new ideas, opening up to new possibilities in life, different pathways, different types of people that you may have not really considered before, okay? It can be touching on that too here. Yeah, they're just reiterating abundance, abundance, and free flow. A lot of free flow with this energy and this reading. So if you felt stuck, or you feel quite rigid, or you've just been so stressed, okay, and not been having any fun at all, they're bringing in this fun, free flowing energy. And it's like they're showing me you can put your guard down, okay? You can let your guard down with this person. They give me the words breathe. So this person allows you to breathe and be yourself and be vulnerable. They give you what's the word, a safe space to speak and to be yourself, okay, which is lovely. It's really, really nice to see there. They give you the words talk and listen. So this best person, I feel, or this situation, you're going to be heard and you're going to be listened to, okay, and nurtured. I feel like looked after energy is definitely what I'm getting here. So if you haven't had that for a long time or at all, this person makes you feel safe to accept it, even because maybe you found it hard to accept other people's help before, or love even before. But with this person, it will feel, I'm getting quite emotional as I'm saying it. That's them bringing in the love here and the feelings. Yeah, maybe you've not had that, and you've not being able to accept that, as I was saying, and let that in. But yeah, with this person, I truly feel that that all melts away, okay, and you allow them into your heart. You open your heart up to this person. Maybe you've been quite cold and quite cut off, but here, look at you here. You know, this person coming in, filling up your cup, and here you are. You're just like in awe. I feel they'll be more in awe of you, you know, but you're just kind of becoming like a soft. Maybe you're more harder energy, you're more sassy, but you're becoming like this softer energy around them, which is great, which is really great. Is there anything else, Spirit, that you can give me with this card? I'm just going to focus here some more. They're giving me 9, and obviously it's the 9 of Cups, so that's obviously quite significant. It could be a date of when you're going to meet them. It could be the 9th month of the year. So what's that? September, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Yeah, it could be. My maths is terrible. It could be to do with the that. Yeah, but this year there's definitely something to do. They're drawing me with the number 9. Is there any other messages that you can give me to do with the number 9? Is it cats they say have 9 lives as well? Or am I just making that up? There's something that connected to that as well. Maybe you've, had all these different people around you that have not been very nice, and you've given it a try, and each time it's kind of ended up them being the same and not being good for you. But then this other person comes in and you kind of give them romance or friendships or whatever another try, and then it works this time. Okay, that could be what they are trying to show me there. But yeah, the 9 is very significant, very important. Again, I will look up the meaning of the number 9 and I will put that in there. Okay, right. What card I am seeing just before I move on, so next card, that person embracing you and doing like a slow dance, and then not throwing you around, but spinning you around on the floor, on the dance floor. Okay, so is that, and I'm seeing the word partnership. I feel this is a very important partnership here. Again, it feels mostly romantic, but it could be all kinds of different partnerships there that we are touching on. Which card? Excuse me, I'm just going to have some of my water. I've got a really dusty throat. Is there such a thing as a dusty throat? Hang on. I'm sorry about that. I should have poured it into a glass. I've got a really noisy water bottle instead. Okay, right. Which card shall I go for next? Right, I want to go for this one. Ooh, I'm not sure if I've pulled this one before. Larimar. Which sounds like a name, doesn't it? Larimar, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Sensitive emotions, times of heightened emotions and sensitivity call for extra self-care and gentleness. But I feel that this is the person's energy coming in, like I'm saying, very chill. I feel like they will be very sensitive to other people's emotions and caring and thoughtful, and but still this sense of, we have, like, this reminds me of water and fluidity, this energy here. Okay, so I feel like that's very much them. And then you, again, I was saying, was opening up to them and becoming kind of this softer energy, and letting your guard down and not being so hard, and feeling all your feels. All of a sudden you've defrosted and you're feeling all these emotions and wonderful feelings. This other person, it may be a little bit scary for some of you, if it's been a long time since you've let someone in, or you've been hurt quite a few times. But I do feel that will be kind of the back feeling, not the main front feelings. Okay, I'm just going to focus on this card. They're giving me the words time sensitive. What else can you give me with that? So maybe it's a particular date that you're going to an event, and again, I was being drawn to the number 9 there. What do you mean by that? I feel like this meeting is I'm seeing it as meeting of minds, but I feel like it's aligned. The planets have aligned. That it was meant to happen. It's been timed perfectly. Although they say there is no time, it's a man-made construct. It feels like it's been almost set up. Heaven's side, they're setting up. I don't know why I keep doing this. They're setting up. The placing things in place and placing you in places and them in the place so that you meet. Okay, so you cross paths here. That's very much what I'm getting here, what I'm seeing in images and words and feelings. What else can you give me? I just love all these colors here, this turquoise and blue and purple. Let me focus here. They're showing me, it's very specific, but it brings me back to festivals and fates and things like that again, like outside events. They're showing me this man again, but he's it could be you're going on a date and that's where they're taking you to somewhere like that, okay? But they're showing me this man and he's throwing balls at like a coconut, like in a coconut stand. There's like those old fair games. So you have the coconuts lined up and he's throwing the balls at that and he's knocking them over, okay? So I feel that whatever they're doing is impressing you and they're trying to impress you and they're sort of multi-skilled with their talents there. They're like peacocking and showing, look at me and but they want to impress you, that's how much you mean to them and they want you in their lives. But I think it's also that they're hitting the mark, they're knocking over all those fears that you had. They're hitting all the sort of expectations that you have of a person and in a relationship, a loving, supportive, equal, balanced, harmonious, grown-up relationship. So that they're ticking all the boxes is what I'm getting there as well, which is wonderful, which is what we all want. Especially if you've had a difficult time there in past relationships. What else can you give me? They're showing me lots of flowers, and this almost the drawing in looks like purple flowers, doesn't it, around the edge there? And that song, I bring you flowers, he brings me flowers. I bring you flowers in the pouring rain. Do 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 do. That sentence, they bring you flowers in the pouring rain. It's like whatever you're going through, whatever, they're going to be there. They're going to be this supportive energy and this supportive person in your life. Okay, no matter what, they would walk 500 miles. They would walk in the rain, to bring you your flowers, the flowers that you deserve as a kind, thoughtful human being on earth who's always given their all and their commitment to others, but perhaps doesn't always receive that back in the same way. So they're just showing me it's going to be you're going to be getting this in abundance, all this supportive, wonderful energy here from someone who is sensitive, caring and loving. It's beautiful. Is there anything else you can give me before I move on? I keep seeing a seahorse, and some of these patterns remind me slightly of the seahorse here. Why am I seeing that? And we do have all the water here in the abundance. Do seahorses partner for life? Are they very much equal? Okay, I'm seeing yes, but I will Google that to see more of the significance with the seahorses there. But I'm seeing two seahorses now and their tails coiled together, like this, when two become one. This other song, the Spice Girls song. God, you've got me singing now. We're doing a whole catalogue of songs from you for you. When two become one, need some love that they never needed love before. The other person says, I won't sing the next bit. I'm gonna make that to you. But it's like I'm sure there's another love pop song, isn't it? But I'll slip that song in there too. But they're bringing in the humour here with the love, okay? But this person is going to be mushy for you. You know, they're not going to care about making themselves look a certain way because they're just all their focus is on making you happy. And I feel that your focus will equally be on making them happy. So you are perfect for each other, okay? Right, let's go on to the next card. Oh, wow. Strength. We have the affinity sign here. Is it Messiah, Lion, and Lamb? I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Messiah, Lion, and Lamb, or Messiah? I have to look that up. True strength is displayed through kindness, forgiveness, and compassion. You have tremendous personal power and courage. But I feel here, and I'm seeing the word vulnerability. You would think that a lamb would be vulnerable, you know, around this lion here. Like the lion would think, well, that's my dinner, you know. But this lion, you know, is they're kind of flipping me from lamb to lion and back, as almost like it's two separate energies, but also the same energy. So it's like um, this person is extremely strong, okay, but they also have this soft energy, okay. So you may be forgiven at first thinking that they're a bit soft, but they have this strong, powerful, positive energy, you know, strength as a person in a positive way. But they're also showing the example of you being this person protected by them. So they're showing me different examples here and they're showing me it quite fast. All right, so hopefully I'm explaining that as well as I can. But they're also going to be, you know, the protector of you. And we can see this lion here, this big strong lion, but he's got these flowers in his hair and he's like he's not afraid to be in his soft feminine energy either. But I feel it's very much going to be, you're going to be, you know, turn into this kind of soft lamb energy and letting yourself be vulnerable, and there they are kind of surrounding you with this protection here and protecting you wherever you go, you know, and bringing this strength, you know, and I feel that gives you confidence, like a true confidence, and that true feeling of being supported and loved if you have not felt that for a long time. And again, if you've not felt that at all, and how lovely is that? And I feel like with the affinity sign, it's like you know, infinity and beyond. It's like a love beyond you've ever known, a support beyond you've ever known in a person. Okay, and they've completely got your back here. So it feels very much a long-term commitment energy here. This again may not be romantic energy, but I very much feel again for many of you that it is. It can also be friendships and family. And work situations, you know, meeting a new social group, you know, it could be all kinds of things, but I definitely feel this is like a more of a two people partnership here, romantic wise, okay. And it's like these lush green lands and worlds that you will be in together. And I'm seeing the word bubble. You're like being this bubble of sort of love and happiness, like you against the world is what I'm being shown here. Not that you are going out battling against the world, but you know what I mean, in that sense. But that's wonderful. Is there anything else that you can give me with this card, please? I'm just going to focus here. Now give me the word sense and sensibility. Was that a film? Sense and sensibility. I will look that up after. Sense and sensibility. You know the word tragic, you know. So I don't know if you've been through some tragic times and lost people, or they've been through tragic times and lost people, but I definitely feel that you're supporting each other, you know, and got each other's backs, you know, whatever this is and whatever goes on in the world. I feel that you've met before, you know, in other lives, most definitely. Like a soulmate energy here. And again, with this synchronicity, and the time has been shown earlier, like it was meant to be, and it was meant to happen. I'm seeing the word stars aligning. Okay, this is now is the time when you're meeting each other. You've had all your other lessons on earth, and now is the time for you to both come together, become this powerful positive support force on planet earth. I think you do a lot of good things together as well, and accomplish a lot of good things, and building your kingdom together, your world together. How beautiful is that? I'm going to do you some charms. Shake these, shimmy, 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 shake. I'm going to turn the other way, and I'm going to move these about a bit, and let's see what we get. Ooh, 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 what have we got? 1, 2. Oh, wow. Okay. We have the cat here. And obviously we have a lion. It's from the cat family, okay, and this protective energy that's coming in, and there's like a pure soul. I'm seeing the word pure soul, and they have a pure heart, which is wonderful. Okay, in 2026, so obviously this year, this green, and we've got all this green energy here too, which is beautiful. This is obviously meant to happen this year. Okay, that is the end of your reading. I really feel really happy for you all, and hopefully some of that positive energy from this reading comes my way too. We can all do some of that, can't we? So I want to thank you all for joining me today, and I want to thank Spirit for joining me today and giving us these messages. And I fill your reading with so much love and so much light and so many blessings. And I will see you in your next reading. God bless.